Kampung Tai, the start-off point of our climb to Bung Sadung. Like many of the other trails, the Bung Sadung trail is managed by the village committee, and 3 guides were assigned to us at a ratio of 1 guide for every 5 hikers. Our 3 guides were Nick, Andreas and Harrison. So off we go. And as usual, the first stage of the hike was over flat land, passing by small farms planted with pineapples, pepper, fruit trees and many other crops. There were several places that we had to cross streams. After about 20 minutes of walking, farms gave way to secondary forests. "40 minutes into the hike, we came upon a rest hut to take a break. From this point onwards, the flat terrain ends and the climb began. This is one of the most difficult trail for me, as from this point onwards, it was all an uphill climb with hardly any flat stretches where you can catch your breath. Bung Sadung was the ancestral home of the Bukar Bidayu in the old days when it was not peaceful. Staying high up in the mountains provided safety. When peace came during the White Raja's rule, the people started to settle in the lowland around Bung Sadung. This is one of the old durian trees planted many years ago when the people were probably still living in the mountain. Today, there are 26 villages around the mountain where the Bukar Bidayu live. As such, no one village can claim sole ownership of the mountain, and there are several villages providing the start-off point to hike to the summit. Among them is the start-off point in Kampung Bunga, which was also used as the Bung Sadung Climbathon organized by that village. However, for this hike, we used the trail from Kampung Tai. Soon, we came upon a huge boulder written with the word "Welcome." From this point, the trek gets even more difficult as it was rocky and in many places the soil was rather loose, making it slippery. Fortunately, the more difficult stretches were provided with ropes. The one thing that caught my attention in this trail was the number of beautiful looking trees with various shapes and patterns. This enormous boulder reminds me of another similar but bigger one in Bung Muan. It was here that I first spotted a very small frog, the first time I have seen such a small frog. It was less than 1 centimeter in length, and if it didn't move, I would not have noticed it. Unfortunately, due to the low lighting condition, I couldn't get a good shot of it. Another thing that caught my attention here was the abundance of myriapods. In other places, I had trouble looking for them, but here, they were quite easily found. This millipede is almost 30 centimeters long. A waterfall about halfway up the summit. Although we had guides to bring us, nothing was left to chance. Unexpected things can happen like this, where a tree was uprooted, blocking the existing trail probably a day or two before our hike. A new trail had to be hacked out to bypass the fallen tree. We were probably the first hikers to use it, and it was especially difficult to cross. The last stretch of the trek involved an hour of tedious climbing up very steep and slippery track, which thankfully was provided with ropes. Finally, the summit was conquered. The summit was just a small patch of flat land about 50 square meters in area. Earlier in the hike, it was drizzling and mist was covering the lowland. Fortunately, the mist cleared just as we reached the summit, allowing us to have a clear look at the beautiful scenery. However, not much can be seen as trees and grass covered most of the view. A view of Kampung Tai below. After a 20 minutes rest, it was time to go back. Thank you for watching this video.